This is letter S, vocabulary continued. Here's the capital S, the lowercase s. We were just talking about a slice. A slice is a thin, flat piece cut from something. This apple slice looks delicious. Still, when something is not moving, it is still. This lake is very clear because it is still. If somebody dropped a rock in it or moved the water a little bit, you wouldn't be able to see the reflection. Safety. When we talk about safety, we use our safety goggles to protect our eyes. Sprinkle. When you sprinkle something, is to drop small bits onto something. So if you've ever gotten those little candy sprinkles for cupcakes and stuff, you can just sprinkle them on. They're little itty bits of color. A watering can sprinkles the water on a plant so that it doesn't drown it or soak it up all at once. When we make the letter S, we fold our fingers. So this is A. For S, we bring our thumb in, S. The spider web. With their bodies, spiders make silk threads, the strongest natural fiber known. They use the threads for egg sacs, nests, safety lines, traps, and webs. No two spider webs are the same, and not all spiders spin them. Some spiders live underground in holes, some spiders live in trees, and some spiders make webs. Speed, the measure of how fast something moves. This race car is speeding. It's going very fast. Sink, when something drops to the bottom of a liquid, to fall to the bottom of a liquid. It goes underneath. It doesn't float. Float means that it stays on top. Sink means it drops down. Skin, the kind of body covering a frog or salamander has. People also have skin. Animals such as cats have skin under their fur. Birds have skin under their feathers. So this right here is skin. We just have skin, and we have a little bit of hairs. You can kind of see hairs on your skin. Cats and dogs have the same kind of skin, but then they have big patches of fur, so we don't always get to see their skin. The skin is the part of the body that protects the inside from the outside. So if I poked myself with a pen, it's not going to hurt me because my skin is going to stop it. But if I didn't have my skin, it could hurt me. Scurry. When something scurries, it moves quickly. This crab will scurry across the sand. You can see actually his little tracks where he was scurrying. Strength. Strength is the power to lift and move something. This man has a lot of strength. You can also have emotional strength. You can be strong in your body. Saw, which is a cutting tool. You can't really see it with this picture, but those little bitty, itty bitty, jaggedy parts, that's the part that cuts through wood and everything. So we'd take the saw and you'd keep moving it back and forth and it would cut through wood and other things. Sloth. The sloth is the world's slowest mammal. The three-toed sloth is slothful. It has green algae growing on its fur. The green color helps the sloth blend into the green leaves. The sloth hangs upside down from trees with its huge claws, moving slowly from branch to branch. The sloth's thick fur grows from its belly down on its back. This allows it to shed the rain as it hangs upside down from the branches. So a sloth is very, very slow. Sticky. Sticky. Something sticky holds on to or sticks to something else. The gum is sticking to his shoe. When we use glue, it sticks paper together. Sailboat. A boat that moves when the wind pushes it on the sail. A sailboat does not have a motor. It just moves with the wind. So if somebody's in a sailboat and it stops being windy, they stop moving. Straw. A straw, a plastic or paper device used to suck up liquids. Silently. When you are silent, you do not make a sound. When you're tiptoeing and being really quiet, you are being silent. Sip. When you sip something, you drink it slowly and only a little bit at a time. This boy is sipping his drink. Station. A station is a place used for a special reason. This train station is where trains go to pick up people. There's a bus station where buses come to pick up people. A station has, or a police station, it's where all the police are. A fire station, it's where all the fire department people are. If they're when there's a fire, they are there until there's fire. Score. When you keep track of who does something, you keep score. Sandwich. This is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sandwiches are usually made with bread and other things in between. Strawberry, which is a fruit. Sing. Six. S-I-X. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number 6. Star. On a very bright, one of the very bright points of light that shine in the sky at night. It is easier to see stars in the night sky when you are not near the city's lights. So if you go somewhere where it's really dark, you'll see the stars. Now, stars are always out, just like the moon. We don't always see it though because the sun is so bright. It reflects off of things. However, their stars change as the world moves, but they are still out there. We see different stars as the year moves on. Stars, again, are just like the sun. The sun is a huge star. It's just closest to us. Stars are really far away balls of light. Sign. Signs tell us what to do when we are outside driving or walking. This is a sign that tells us there's a curve ahead. There's a stop sign which tells us to stop. Sob. When you cry uncontrollably in short, quick breaths, you sob. Babies like to sob. Spot. When you spot something, you notice it and draw attention. These people are spotting something with their binoculars. He's pointing to it. He's saying, look at that. The other day when we were driving, we saw a bunch of deer, and my daughter pointed them out because she spotted them. Stand. Now, you can stand with your feet, but this is different. This is a stand is a table or place in a market where you sell things. These stands have fruit on them. So a stand is a little section that somebody is selling something. Slow, not fast or quick. The car was very slow. This turtle moves very slowly. Smell. When you sniff something or smell it, you smell something with short, quick breaths. So when you sniff, you're like, when we are doing science, we don't put our nose right up to something. What you do is you sniff. You take your hand. So if this is what we're doing, trying to smell, you take your hand and you move it over the object to bring the smell to your nose, and then you sniff. You don't put your nose right up to something. Speed, again, the distance traveled divided by the time it takes to travel. If you are in a car and it's going 60 miles per hour, that tells you that you are going, you will be there in an hour. So let's say you needed to go 60 miles. If you are driving in a car that's going 60 miles an hour, you will be there in an hour. String. Statue. A statue is a figure of a person, animal, or thing. This is a statue of a man on a horse. There are a lot of statues around our city. There also are statues all over the world that represent different things that have happened. Some are wonderful and others should be changed. Same. Things that are alike. My friend and I have the same color hair. So all of these ducks are the same. Sleep. When you sleep or snuggle, to snuggle is to get close to something. The girl is snuggling with her stuffed animal as she sleeps. This is Sal. We're going to learn about Sal this week as well. He is our super kid of the week. Simple machines. A machine that changes the amount, distance, or direction of a force needed to work. Now that sounds like a lot, but a simple machine is something that is used to make things easier. A wheel is a simple machine. A teeter-totter, where we sit like in our playground, that's a simple machine. We're going to be talking about simple machines later on. This is a submarine. A submarine is like a boat that can go underwater. It's different, but it has many of the same characteristics. Science fiction. A type of fantasy that uses science and technology, often set in the future. Many stories include time machines, robots, or aliens. Science fiction. It is something that hasn't happened yet and might not come true using science. So when I was little, we had the Jetsons. The Jetsons was it was a cartoon family that lived in the future, and they had flying cars, and they had phones on their wall that could show pictures, and little devices that could connect them to things. And that was science fiction when I was little. Nowadays, we have some of the things that were in that show, but we didn't know they were going to be there. We still don't have flying cars and things like that. That's science fiction. And then here's Sailboat. The last thing I wanted to share with you is a poem called Sand. Sand on the beach, sand on the shore, sand on the ocean floor, sand in the desert, sand on the ground, sand in a sandstorm blowing around. Sand from a rock that has crumbled into grain. Sand is a sand dune shaped by the wind and rain. Sand on an island, sand in the sea, sand in a sandbox just for me. That's a little poem about sand. Today, what you are going to do is you are going to be working on your S hat. So I have already colored mine. We are going to trace. You can color first or you can trace first. Make sure that you are tracing each of the words. And as you trace, I want you to say the word. So this is a screw. S-C-R-E-W. A screw is something that holds two pieces, usually of wood or metal, together. This is spider. S-P-I-D-E-R. Spider. Suitcase. This is a suitcase. S-U-I-T-C-A-S-E. Suitcase. Then we have sun. S-U-N. Sun. Then we have snail. S-N-A-I-L. Here's the snail. We have snowflake. S-N-O-W. That's snow. And then flake is F-L-A-K-E. Together they make snowflake. Then we have star. S-T-A-R. Star. The last one is seeds. S-E-E-D-S. Because there's more than one. If it was just one, it would be seed. But we have seeds because it's more than one. Just like any other week, what you're going to do is you're going to cut on the dotted line, cut down the dotted line, cut around the circle, cut down. You're going to take the two pieces and put them together. You will need your glue and your scissors. Can't wait to see your done hats. Kiss your brain.